Hello and welcome back to the God We Trust podcast. Today we are going over Genesis chapter 2, and that is Adam and Eve. And there's a bunch of details and things that I have never learned. It's awesome. We get to go over how God basically... we'll get into it. It's really cool. So I'm going to read it. I'm not going to stop in between. Afterwards, I'll just go over my thoughts, my extra thoughts on it, and the events of what happened. So let's get right into it. Genesis chapter 2, Adam and Eve. This is the account of the heavens and the earth when they were created. When the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, and no shrub of the field had yet appeared on the earth, and no plant of the field had yet sprung up. For the Lord God had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no man to work the ground. But streams came up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground. When the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. Now the Lord God had planted a garden in the east, in Eden, and there he put the man he had formed. The Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river watering the garden flowed from Eden. From there it was separated into 4 headwaters. The name of the first is Pishon. It winds through the entire land of Havilah. Sorry, these names are completely wrong for sure. I just can't pronounce them. Okay, here we go. We're going to continue. There's like 2 more that are hard. Where there is gold. The gold of that land is good. Aromatic resin and oxen are also there. The name of the second river is Gihon. It winds through the entire land of Cush. The name of the third river is Tigris. It runs along the east of the Ashur. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden, to work it and take care of it. And the Lord God commanded the man, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat of it, you will surely die." The Lord God said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the beasts of the field and all the birds of the air. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. And whatever the man calls each living creature, that was its name. So the man gave names to all the livestock, the birds of the air, and the beasts of the field. But for Adam no suitable helper was found. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. And while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs and closed up the place with flesh. Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken out of the man, and he brought her to the man. The man said, "This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. For this reason a man will leave his father and mother, and be united to his wife, and they will become one flesh. The man and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame." Okay, this was awesome. I really enjoyed it. We're just going to go over a quick recap of everything, like the main bullet points. Sorry about that river, the name's the river. Honestly, I don't really care too much. I know that a lot of people do, and sorry if you guys really care, but about the proper pronunciation of things, because, I mean, you can say it however you want, like, who cares? But there are proper names for things, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, also with like spelling, like who got to decide how to spell something? Like it sounds right to me, you know? Like why shouldn't I be able to like have my own version? You know, okay. That's just thoughts that I have had before, but everyone is like, "Oh, you're dumb." But I mean, it makes sense though, you know? It sounds right to me. Like it seems like you can make it a lot more simpler if you just put like this and this. But okay, anyway, sorry, that was completely not related to this at all. But anyway, so the first thing that happened, God formed Adam from dust, and he breathed into his nostrils. So how does that really happen? Like, was he like drawing it in the sand or something? Or like, well, not the sand, the dust. And then like, he like drew it like really perfectly, and then he like bent over and breathed into it. Like, how does that happen? It seems pretty cool. But I mean, I don't know. He did it. It's cool. So then he planted a garden in the east, and it's called Eden. And then in the middle was the tree of knowledge. This was good and evil. And God put Adam in the garden to work and to take care of the garden. And then he said, this is funny. Okay. He said, you can eat from any tree, but you must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, for you surely will die. And when I read that, I was just picturing like me trying to talk to like a little like kid and like, don't eat your, like, like talking to them like it's a little child. But, like you try to teach a kid something, but they're just like looking up at you like, oh, like they don't know what's really going on. Like a little like toddler, but I don't know. Have you guys ever seen like those videos of like they leave two kids and they're like, don't eat this, and they like walk around the corner, and the first thing they do is like look at each other, then they like go eat it right away. Anyway, that's what I picture when I read this here, because it seemed like he was just speaking to him like he was a child, but I mean, we are basically children, and it's, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so then God said, it is not good for man to be alone. I will make a suitable helper for him. And here's something cool that I learned. So God said that, and then he created all of the things here. We'll read it right here. So now the Lord had formed out of the ground all of the beasts of the field and all of the birds of the air. So he formed all of them, and he like presented them to the man. And with this, I like to picture like if you're like playing a game and you're like picking a character and then their car, like Mario Kart, you design like the wheels and then stuff like that, and like you can like scroll over, like there's a big like TV screen, you can just go click right. Anyway, so I just picture God like going through all of the animals, and it says that whatever the man called them, that's what they would be named. So Adam named all of the animals and the birds. So I think that's really cool. And yeah, he just got to pick that. But they did not find anything suitable for him to be a helper. So then God put Adam under a deep sleep, and then he took a rib from him, and then he created woman and, well, females. And then Adam woke up, and he presented the woman to Adam. And then this is what it says here. So it says, the man said, this is Adam, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. For this reason, man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and they will become one flesh. The man and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame. Okay, so first of all, the man was satisfied and gave woman the name woman, and that's pretty cool. It's just like where like why the woman, Maybe, oh, cool, nice. I just thought of this. Maybe like the whoa before, like woman, he was like whoa, you see what I'm saying? Like everything else, he was like meh, like cow, pig, sheep, like a robin. But then he saw a girl, and he was like, whoa, like whoa, woman. But I don't know. That's just a little thought right there. But then he also said, well, this is the narrator that says this now, possibly Moses. Anyway, so for this reason, man will leave his house and be united with the woman. They'll become one flesh. And with that, I think of them getting married and having children. They have their own child, their own descendant. a mixture of the two. And they were naked in the garden and they felt no shame. So they were just chilling there. I saw a funny video, and I don't know. It was funny. You just had to see it. But it was of Adam eating the apple or whatever, and then immediately they were just like, "What? Why are your clothes off?" You know? I don't know if you guys have heard that sound or anything, but it was funny. But yeah, they felt no shame. They were naked. Everything was just perfect, and it was going just so smooth. But a little spoiler alert, tomorrow, sorry, I apologize, Monday, we'll be going over the fall of man. So pretty soon, they're about to fail and fail God. So we'll be getting into that Monday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this today. Have a great Friday. I really enjoyed this today. New knowledge. It's cool how Adam got to pick the names. I thought that was just really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great weekend. Spread the love. Share this with people. If you haven't commented or gave this a rating on like Spotify or Apple Music or something, please do that because it will help this grow organically. So I would really appreciate that. Okay, well, thank you for listening. Have a nice day, and God bless.